Hi, welcome to video number 4. This is about counter trend supply and demand. Although it can be used with the trend like any form of supply and demand, we want to talk about what really is fresh and original counter trend supply and demand. Because later on we'll be showing the application how I tend to maximize the usage of these particular levels. So on the monthly, we're going to use the higher time frame here. The higher time frame is normally much more reliable than the lower time frames. Typically, because of spread as the lower you come down in time frames. That is the only reason. But other than that, they are all relative to the time frame that you are using. So let's talk about the monthly here, fresh and original demand levels called rally base rally. That's RBR, because this is what we've got on the chart right now. And this is back in 2002. So this first level here was a rally, a base and a rally. So let's talk about what creates this as an original level, because these two are original levels first. An original level is if you draw your basing area around all the open and closes that are within inside each other, inside this whole basing area. So you see here we've got an open and a close within this big candle, just maybe spiking above. These open and closes are within this sort of range initially here from this low, so then I draw the low of this one, and any open and closes within inside of that you would class as a basing area. Now we can drill this down if we get this impulse candle, which is a close outside of one of these inside bars, if you want to look at it that way. Once you have it closed, then you can drill these levels down a little bit, but the original level is really the whole inside bars that are basing. Okay, very important, because there are rules where you get one touch where it's fresh but not so fresh because you've had a touch of it and it goes, and then a second touch. But an original base is a rally base rally of demand. Demand is below. You can have drop base rallies. So if price had dropped, which I'll show some examples later, and rallies, as long as the low point of the basing candles, we look left, is in clean space. So if we look at this level, this is an example, rally, base, rally. Now even if we use, and I should have used, really, I don't use the wickedest one because this candle closed above here. So this was an inside candle, this was an inside candle, and this was the break. So I want to use the top of this candle to the bottom of this candle. Okay, but technically you can see there was a bit of a retracement here, but didn't reach this level because the orange area here, the highlighted area, is clean space. So if this is clean, this level was created from no retest, so it's an original level. Any level that, or any time price has reached a level and rallied, it will no longer be a new form of original level. Original was created out of orders coming into the market where there is no previous level to lean on. So a fresh level now, because fresh is important, we notice that the best trades are done with the first touch of any level. So when a level is fresh, if price has touched a level and comes back, it's not fresh. And these non-fresh levels tend to only work in range markets. So you don't ignore them, but they're not fresh. So both these levels at the moment, rally, base, rally, are fresh and original levels of demand. Here, we're going to look at the retracement into this. But first of all, notice that to create these levels, there was an impulse candle and it closed above all the other candles. Okay, here, impulse, closed above. Impulse from this bottom, this wick, all the way up. There's another impulse candle. And this is what normally you would say forms a fresh and an original form of demand, provided we've not had a retest. Basing candles, which I spoke on the previous slide, all have to have closes within the previous candles, you know, open and closes. That gives you that idea how to draw a base. So I'm covering 2 lessons in one. Right, question then, because this is going to be a simple video. Is this level here, right here, this one, this rally base rally, is it a fresh and original? Is it fresh or is it original? Is it both? Is it one or the other? Pause if you want to think a bit longer, but I'm going to give you the answer now. The answer is no. It's not a fresh and original level because that's what we're talking about. And if you think about it, look at the basing candle here of this level. Forget this black box for the moment. This level here was a rally from here, rally, base, rally. So this is an area of drop, base, rally demand. It is not original, but it was, when this candle closed here, it was actually fresh until this basing candle dipped into the previous basing candle. So this is a rally, base rally, but it was created from a retest of a drop base rally demand. So this level, first of all, is not original, but it is fresh. Because we created a brand new basing area, price has not touched it. So trend following, great level to lean on, great level. Trend line rules apply and so forth, a great level to lean on. This level as well, when we pulled back into this fresh and original level, was just a retest. So this now is actually an original level, but not fresh. So if we extend that across, we would class it as an original, but no longer fresh. Where this one at the lower level is the only one on the chart that is actually fresh and original demand. Excuse the missing of the E here. So now let's look into the real life charts 20 years down the line. 20 years. This is a monthly, but this could be a 10-minute chart. It could be a 1 minute. It could be an hourly. It makes no difference. But if we look at this rally, base rally, there's never been a retest until here. It has been fresh. And this is only recently, and this is recent, up to date, to the day of the 20th of July 2023. Price bounce. Now in the Discord group, me and Manana specifically were mapping out that this is a fresh and original level, very low on the curve here because of the move away, so into some higher time than a monthly, possibly demand area because of this basing area. But we've got this as fresh and original. There was a bit of a fake out. This happens. Depends on your brokers, depends on what the market manipulation is, but these are fresh and original levels that can work 22 years down the line. Okay, so don't worry about time. It's all about the chart and the pattern. We will talk about how to use this correctly because they don't always work. Now, let's have a look at this. This is another monthly drop, base, drop, fresh and original. This is a DBD, supply level. Price come up and reacted. No longer fresh. When it arrived the second time, it's still original, but not fresh. Works great in ranging markets. What have we got here? So there's a chance that price will come up, come down, come up until eventually there's no more supply or demand left. And this is on a monthly chart. What else have we got as fresh and original levels? So not just rally-based rallies and drop-based drops. They're also rally-based drop. Now this is supply, and this is original because the yellow area is the clean candle, and I didn't base this in because I didn't want to clog the chart up. But if we look at the lower this candle and the higher this, we've got area that is clean. So this reaction on this monthly is not only original, but was fresh once we dropped away. Now you could say there was a little test here before this candle, but to me, you know, you've got to understand that you've got a little bit of common sense here. Yeah, these two candles together is one big candle. There's no this wick didn't come all the way back up and test this candle. Very strong impulse candles, and we'll talk more about that. So this wick was in a clean area between the low of this and this. So this is a little bit more complicated, but this is how I still understand what is original. Now this was a fresh and original rally-based rally demand because that was the basing candle here, and there is a small gap between the white line and here that is clean, which means it was original level. Price come into it and rallied. It's no longer fresh. Had another bounce and price has gone through. And everything else, or most of everything else that you see on a chart, is pretty much just trend following supply and demand, or some form of supply and demand that might be fresh but not original. But I just want you to understand the difference between an original level and a non-original level, and also what is fresh and non-fresh. So let's have a look at some more on a 240-minute chart examples that don't always work, do work. So we're going to look at a bit more data that I could use. This was a rally, base rally. When we look to the left, these basing candles, because this is not a basing candle, there was a gap, so it's original. Price did come in, first test, it moved out. When it came in this time, it's not fresh. It's not fresh. Okay, it's still original, but not fresh. An original level will always be an original level, and other levels are non-original. A fresh level all depends on whether price has been back or not. So this was also, look to the left here, clean candle, a fresh and original level, but price just went through it like butter. Another rally, base rally, original level was fresh until we touched it. Once prices reacted, no longer fresh. And then price went through it like butter, like a hot knife through butter. If we go look here, rally, base, rally, this is a little fresh and original level till we touched it, no longer fresh. Price has gone through it, created a drop, base, because these are all these inside basing candles here, inside this big movement here, inside, until price dropped away, become a drop, base, drop, original supply. Then it was fresh until we touched, and then price based again and rallied. But this is, to me, a fresh and original level of demand, because if we look at the wick to the left, it's just a clean candle. You could base this, you could say this is an inside base, and maybe say this is not original. That's really a bit down to experience. But I look at this as a fresh and original rally, base rally. And we've not been back there. And here's another fresh and original rally-based rally that didn't work. And that's pretty much it, guys. That is original and fresh levels.